Hello, everybody. We are passing through unprecedented times. In 2008, we had seen financial crisis making the bottom of the market. In 2020, we are seeing medical crisis creating financial crisis and in turn melting down the market. Going forward, first we need medical solution in order to make bottom of the market. If by some miracle tomorrow we have medical discovery which will cure coronavirus patients, and pretty soon thereafter we have vaccine which will prevent spreading of coronavirus, markets and economy will bottom out quickly. If this solution is delayed, cure as well as vaccine, then to that extent market will be extremely volatile with a downward bias. It will be fair to summarize that medical solution is the need of the hour to make bottom of the economy as well as the market. Post-medical solution, there are many positives for Indian equity market as well as Indian economy. One, the lower oil prices. India imports 1.5 billion barrel of oil every year. $1 drop in oil prices benefits us by about $1.5 billion. Oil prices have moved from $17 around to now $25 around. That's a substantial savings to Indian economy. Second, there will be lower trade deficit with China. Every month we import about $4 to $6 billion of goods from China in excess of our exports to them. Now, courtesy coronavirus, there will be lesser trade movement. Hopefully, people will also boycott Chinese goods. Combination of that could result into switch to India-made goods, and to that extent, our trade deficit with China could come down by $10 to $12 billion a year. Third, our economy was slowing down in 1.5 years before spread of coronavirus. It came down from 8% plus GDP growth to 4.7% GDP growth for December 2019 quarter. Now, this was determined by various factors, but one of the reasons was lack of credit flow. Now, RBI has cut interest rates, pumped liquidity, and is taking various steps to improve credit flow. As credit flow improves, economic growth will be better in the days to come post-medical solution. Fourth, today FPIs are selling Indian equity, Indian debt. In the month of March itself, they have taken out almost 100,000 crore, which they had brought in 2019. Now, this money is going to economy where interest rates are zero, liquidity is high. At some point of time, those allocations will start moving back to India. Post-medical solution coronavirus, we will have higher capital allocation from FPIs and FPI investors. Apart from all these things, the most important benefit which can come to Indian economy is the supply chain disruption. Today, countries after country are treating China with suspicious. They will be looking to move their supply chain from diversification point of view to other countries. India could be front runner there. If we can bring all these companies like Tata Motors was brought into Sanand with just one Suswagatam, we will see many companies setting up their base in India to be part of global supply chain management. This will be a big boost to economic growth for years to come. Obviously, market today is not willing to discount lower oil prices, potentially lower trade deficit with China, lower interest rates, high liquidity, potentially higher capital allocation from FPI and FPI investors, or supply chain disruptions. This will only be possible after medical solution emerges for treatment of coronavirus, either in the form of combination of drugs which will cure patients or vaccine which will prevent coronavirus. From a valuation point of view, in October 2008, Indian markets bottomed at 8,000 Sensex. At that point of time, India's market cap was $510 billion. GDP was $1198 billion. We had about 43% market cap to GDP ratio. In last 1 week, market cap to GDP ratio has hovered around 50%, give and take few percentages here and there. It shows that we are somewhere near 2008 valuation level. The same numbers are visible on a price to book basis, price to earning basis. About 10 to 15% from current level, we will be at the extreme level of valuation at the bottom of 2008 pricing. Clearly, this is the market to invest into. Normally, at such valuation, we recommend people to be overweight equity and to become overweight in a lump sum manner. Normally, post-correction, large caps are the first one to move. If we see this time from Jan 18 level, large caps have corrected about 15%, mid caps about 35%, and small caps about 60%. From a valuation point of view, small caps are extremely attractive. But as I mentioned earlier, normally large cap moves first and then mid and small cap moves. So if your risk profile is conservative, try to be overweight large cap equity funds. If your risk profile is average, try to be overweight multi-cap equity fund. If your risk profile is aggressive, try to invest into small and mid-cap, knowing fully well that first large caps will move and thereafter small and mid-cap. These are clearly unprecedented times. There are many challenges, but as my favorite film song goes, रात भर का है महमा अंधेरा, किसके रोके रुका है सवेरा. It's always darkest before the dawn. As Sir John Templeton said, it's extremely important to sell when everyone else is buying, and it's extremely important to buy when everyone else is selling. At such attractive valuation, we recommend investors to be overweight equity and also become overweight quickly, including even through lump sum investment. Since this is medical crisis, we recommend investors to come in systematic tranches. Let's say first half or 50% of your amount, you should invest in a correcting market between 5 to 10 installments. Every time market corrects, add little into your equity portfolio. The other half you should invest when you are convinced that medical solution has emerged to contain coronavirus and cure coronavirus. That way you will be able to average yourself into a market. Second, normally, if we see current scenario, large caps have fallen by about 15% from Jan 18 level. Mid caps have fallen about 35%, and small caps have fallen about 60%. Clearly, small caps are looking very attractive from a valuation point of view. They are today available at prices which were prevailing in 2012, 2013. Normally, post-correction, large caps moves ahead, mid caps and small caps follow them. If your risk profile is conservative, be overweight large cap equity funds. If your risk profile is average, be overweight multi-cap equity funds. And if your risk profile is aggressive, be overweight small and mid-cap funds. But do remember, you have to become overweight in tranches, not in lump sum. These are undoubtedly tough times. SIP returns have become negative over a longer period of time. Portfolio returns have melted away in a very short period of time. But it is important to convince clients, giving them one experience of Zika, Ebola, SARS, bird flu, where eventually medical science found a solution. It is also important to tell them about 2008 crisis, 2013 crisis, where markets indeed corrected, but with the combined effort of government and central bank, economy recovered and market bounced back. I'm sure 2020 will be similar story. Medical science will find solution. RBI and government with combined effort will pull the economy on right track. And eventually investors who bear the pain of volatility and negative return in this period will benefit. We look forward to your continued support in spreading this message and convincing investors not to convert their notional loss into real loss. Stay safe, stay healthy. Right now, maintaining physical health is extremely critical. God willing, we will recover financial health in the days to come.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.